Hi, Bad Gamer here. So the situation has cooled down a bit over the last few days, but here in Japan, a few things have shifted. And I thought it's worth updating y'all since I got a few new subscribers from the last video. And in case you're still following the drama, let's just get it. Nintendo's new console dropped. Well, the price did, and people are losing it on how much it costs. It's being sold for 49,980 yen. For the base version, right? But turns out, if you want the ability to read menus in English, or literally 16 other global languages, you're gonna need to cough up an extra 20,000 yen. That's around 150 USD, you're welcome. For language support, okay? I covered this in the last video, I'm gonna link it to the video right here, but yeah. What sounded like an April Fool's joke turns out to be Nintendo's latest DLC called Foreign Language Pack. Download now for $1.99. What is wild is how this kind of thing flies under the radar, okay? Here in Japan, foreigners make up less than 2% of the population. So when companies make decisions, we're usually not even part of the equation, man. After nearly a decade living here in Japan, I've realized you can pay taxes and you can contribute to society, but when it comes to being included, yeah, good luck with that. Nintendo's strategy fits perfectly into this model, okay? It's like they borrowed straight from a right-wing economic playbook, okay? Let me list up. Prioritize the locals, gatekeep everyone else, shift the burden of global access onto the individual. Basically, pull yourself up by your Joy-Cons and pay more if you want to play like the rest of us. Nice game design, Nintendo. Good job. Nice game design. Now, here's the twist. People here, they're actually praising this move. Why? Because Nintendo says it's to stop scalpers. By locking the console behind Japan-only language settings and keeping stock limited, they're making it harder for overseas bots to scoop everything up. Additionally, they're introduced a lottery system to apply for a pre-order that I would like to share with you actually. You must have played over 50 hours of Switch games, not including demos, okay? Be subscribed to Nintendo Switch Online for over a year, and your Nintendo account must be set to Japan. Honestly, that part's kind of smart actually. It filters out the hype beasts, you know, and gives priority to people who actually play. I think Sony could have taken notes during the PS5 disaster, for real. But here's the issue. When that anti-scalper strategy ends up blocking foreign residents, international fans, and even Japanese people who prefer playing in another language, that's not protection, okay? That's exclusion. It's not about localization costs. It's not about protecting players. It's about strategic price wall to keep global buyers out at the expense of actual people living here. Imagine buying a car, but being told you can only drive it in one city. Oh, no, unless you pay $200 more. That's not smart design, Nintendo. That's regional loyalty, and you're cosplaying it with a hefty price tag, man. So yeah, when companies start charging $90 for games and $200 just to understand them, we're not talking about innovation anymore. We're talking a global class paywall disguised as patriotism. Nintendo just reinvented region locking and slapped a language tax on it, all while claiming they're protecting you. What's next, Nintendo? I have an idea. A subscription for subtitles, maybe? Anyway, this might be the last time I report on this whole situation, because honestly, other than you guys listening, no one here in Japan really sees a problem with it, except the foreigners, obviously. I'm basically talking to a wall, except the wall is wearing a Mario hat and telling me I need to subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online for one more year just to apply for a disappointment. I'd rather go back to my regular scheduled programming, okay, which is talking about cool games that are coming out and actually playing them. Shout out Dustbloods, by the way, that was pretty sick because it triggered my Bloodborne brain itch. So yep, next video is going to be me jumping back into that gothic nightmare that Sony created. And I can't wait. If you guys are into, just, you know, dial in. And thanks to everyone who recently subscribed. Seriously, it means the world to me. And if you're new around here, consider joining the Bad Gamer Enterprise by smashing that subscribe button. Bad Gamer out.